Hey, Kohler.
Oh, hello. How you doing? How you doing, Zen? How was work? How was errands? How's your day in general? Hope it went well for you.
I ain't dead, but I feel like shit if I'm being honest.
Oh no. Yeah, I know the feeling. God damn it! I didn't mean to pull that up. Fuck. Just like pulled up the wrong fucking thing. Um, I'm sorry to hear that. Did the surgery go well and everything? Are you like at least in good health right now, or?
My surgery went well. I'm more talking about my chronic pain.
Oh man, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, that will kind of stick with you your whole life. I'm sorry, you know. But believe me, I mean, you may never get used to it, but
It is what it is, but it's
yeah,
damn annoying.
yeah. I mean, you'll never really get used to it, but like, you'll learn to deal with it if that makes any sense. It just, it only gets worse with that, but but that's okay. Yeah. So I mean, just very how you say it's sorry. I'm just like fucking looking at something real quick. I'm just changing the title.
I'll figure it out. Always do.
Yeah, and that'll believe me. I believe that'll be a hurdle you'll get over. Not over, but like you'll get. Sorry, not get over. It's a hurdle that you will get like that. You'll like get past, not past, but what do you call it? Like it's a hurdle you'll be able to handle. If that makes any sense. Knowing you have a lot of stamina. Not even.
I got what you meant.
Yeah, you have a lot of not stamina. What do they call it? Integrity. That's also what you have, but freaking not. It's a version of gusto. Endurance, maybe? No, I'm not thinking of endurance. You do have a lot of that too, but I gotta think here. What do you call it? Not endurance. Not integrity. You have all these things, but I'm trying to like think of something that you can handle a lot of stuff. Endurance, resistance. I don't know. I don't know what the heck I was even looking for there. I gotta freaking change the kick title real quick. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Sorry, fucking every time
A pain tolerance or endurance. Maybe resolve.
It might be endurance. That's probably what I'm looking for. I'm just like, for some reason it's not hitting me. But again, I also really need to use the restroom real quick. I really need to use the restroom right now. So it's like, I'm gonna do something real quick and then we'll, how you say it? And then we'll, move from there. So, yeah. I'm gonna notify the frickin' Discord, real quick, and then I'll just have people give me some time. Let's see.
I'm a little behind the stream. Let me test the delay.
You're good. Don't worry about it. Okay. Give me like maybe like 10 minutes. Cause I need to use the restroom like really badly. So, and then I will what do you call it? And then we will start this stream.
I count 18 seconds of delay. Probably on my end because I have bad internet.
Okay, guess I'm gonna have to fucking wait. Because one of my roommates is in the bathroom also doing the same thing I was about to do. So I just have to hold it for a second. Or a bit, to be honest. Okay. Okay, how was I? Oh, almost. Okay. Well, let's see. We must have bad internet. Fair enough. Okay. Alright. 18 seconds? Holy shit, that's a huge delay. Alright. Hoping. Dipper. Okay. I really want to, like, actually have, like, you know, focus when I, you know, when I freaking read this, because, you know, a little background. I have not read The Giver since I've been a teenager. So, you know, I am 26 now, which means I have not read it since, like, which means I haven't read it for almost about 12 years. So there's going to be a lot of things that, like, that I probably missed as a teenager, or even just things that, like, that age, like, far better now than they used to. Because when I first read this thing, like, I was in high school, and, how you say it, and, like, I read it again when I was, like, well, actually, that's a lie. I read it, no, actually, no, that's it. No, I was gonna, I've read a lot of books, like, read, like, certain books that, you know, were from my teenhoods, and honestly appreciate them a lot more than what, like, I did when I was a teen. This one was the very main thing that really got me into, like, this is the thing that got me into art, this is the one that got me into, like, deep, like, sci-fi stories, and, like, it got me into, like, more, like, dystopian stories. It also, like, to be fair, at the time, I probably wasn't as into it, because, like, what do you call it? Because a lot of the stuff, like, it was kind of hard to connect myself to this world, like, to this dystopian world that The Giver is in. It's not necessarily well, it is dystopian, you know. So, like, you know, I'm not gonna try to spoil it too much, but yeah, I guess I spoil a lot of it, but yeah, I mean, it just, certain things are probably gonna age a lot better than they did in, like, 2014. Like, things are gonna be, like, really fucking interesting. I'm just really gonna use that fucking bathroom. Someone is fucking in there. Hold on, is someone in there? Or is it... Let me double check. Let me make sure there's actually someone in there, and fucking, you know, my roommate, like, didn't just, like, close the door. Wednesday. Woo. I am back once again. Oh, yeah. Okay. Are you still here? I wonder if Super Shafts is still on too. Let's see. No, he is not. Bummer. Determining if I should probably like draw today or if I should I said if I should read today. Probably read, let's be honest. Just curious, because there's not much of a crowd today. So I may not worry too much about it. Oh, and it's just me. Okay, never mind. But I'm just gonna... Hey Zen, if you're here, you might want to say something now.
I'm always here, if I'm not asleep anyway.
Oh, okay. Alright. Alright then. Alright then, I guess it's just gonna be me and you. Alright. So, what else has Lois Lowry done since The Giver, honestly? He's done a lot of, like, movies, to be honest. I don't know if he even does books anymore. Or if he, like... Or even if he's alive, let me be honest. Lois Lowry was a woman? Wait, what? Also, yeah, she's also dead. Never mind. I did not know Lois Lowry was a woman. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Huh. Oh my god. There's like...
I sent that message when you first asked if someone was here. That's how bad the delay is.
Oof. God damn. Okay. Yeah, 20-second delay. That's alright. We're reading today, so it's not like, you know, not like that will really do much. Sure don't want to refresh just in case. Damn, people, I didn't even realize, like, so, let's see. She even went to, like, a Comic-Con more recently. Weird. Damn. She's still alive, though. Never mind. Okay, I thought she passed away, but no, she's still alive. Jesus, holy crap. I mean, she doesn't, like, write anything anymore, but, you know, it's crazy. She's like a 90-year-old lady that, like, you know, gave a pretty good... Man, she got popular a lot later than... Because she got popular, like, in the 90s, and that was what, like... Let's see. I mean, let me think here. Because she got popular in the, like, The Giver was, like, one of the, like, ones that definitely, like, helped with, like, you know, like, teenagers. But I'm kind of curious if, let's see. I think that was probably her second resurgence, but damn, dude. She didn't get... So, if this is her first most popular... Like, her most popular book ever was, like, happened... Or, like,
I see you're reading one of the books I mentioned.
Yeah, well, The Giver... I've read this as a teenager before, and I think this is a good thing to, like, start off with. I didn't even realize this. Lois Lowry, was not even popular in, like, until... Or this book, like... It became, like, super popular when she was nearly 60. Which is crazy.
Supercolor and Super
like,
Zen.
she's done other, like, books before, but this is the main thing that I know her for. I used to know her for The Giver. I didn't even know she was a woman. I thought she was a guy, but turns out no, she's a woman. And I know that doesn't really mean much now, but, like, in the 90s, I mean, you know, in the 90s that meant a lot, and then, like, on top of it as well, like, you know, and the fact that like, she, like, this book got popular when she was almost 60 is insane. Like, that is literally, like, that is the most inspiring thing to ever hear. Like, the fact that it's like, you know, maybe she's
You see the
made
name
a-
Lois and thought she was a man.
Well, I saw Lois Laurie, so I thought, you know, yeah. I mean, I thought she was a guy. So, you know, but oh well. Dude, authors.
Let me say, I changed my mind about furries. They're hot.
Oh God. What do you call it? Well, yeah, authors always have like wild names, or very, very It's always interesting with certain authors because you never really see like an author with like a really like fucking like like generic or like you know, or a very how do I say it? A very like over the top name. Like it's always a name you can write in like calligraphy.
The furry in the corner is cool too.
That is false, but I appreciate it. Furry in the corner. What do you call it? Anyway, yeah, I know. I haven't read this since I've been a teenager, so I at least want, like, I'm not gonna be like doing this like super often. I'm just going to start with maybe like I'll like start with like maybe a chapter per week, and then like, you know, maybe like I said, one today, maybe like another, you know, maybe like a few weeks down, like maybe like next week down the line, we'll read it again. Maybe we'll have like a dedicated day to it or something. But I from what I, you know, remember about this book, this is more relevant now than it ever has been. It's crazy, especially right now, like during all the events that are happening right now. This is probably like this is definitely like a point of literature that has aged better rather than worse. Somewhat. There's probably some things that I'm missing out, but you know. Okay. Is the breeze like super like too loud for you guys? Am I quieter than the breeze? I was trying to give this like a park aesthetic feel. Hold on.
Alright, so, since I find furries cool again somehow, how are you doing, Color? You're my favorite furry streamer, TBH.
I appreciate it. Here, let me see if this one can work. There we go. That's a little nicer. I'm doing alright. How about you? Quebeco? And also, you know, congratulations. I'm glad you can, you know, find comfort in the community. Drama happens sometimes, and, you know, I'm glad that they've been able to fix
Nah,
it.
the breeze isn't too loud. I can hear you well.
Okay, cool. Okay. Alright. Alright. Alrighty. Let's start reading. I need to find the tab. There we go. I have like 20 tabs up. Hold on, let me like close
I'm
some
good,
of these.
though. I want to make a Prado Gen head PC someday as a gag. Have it run Linux Mint LMFAO.
Hell yeah. I'm glad to hear that. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Oh, it's from the company that posted it. Was from Boston. Who cares? Anyway, alright. Anyway, for all the children, am I too quiet? Or am I fine? Okay. Alrighty, here we go. For all the children to whom we entrust the future. Oh, sorry, for all the children to whom we entrust. Wait, damn it? Okay, hold on, let me... Wow, great start, Color. Anyway, for all the children to whom we entrust the future.
Like, there's a small motherboard that I can use for it. And if it didn't exist, it'd just be impossible. But first I'm saving up for that Steam Deck.
Fair enough. Alright. I'll probably, like, turn the chat off and on from time to time. But we'll see, you know, if I lose too much focus. All right. Let's see. How am I gonna start this? It was almost December, and Jonas was beginning.
Okay, bye. Take care, fellas.
All right, you have a good night, Kabeko. Appreciate it. It was almost December, and Jonas was beginning to be frightened. I don't remember it just starting. I thought there was like something that usually happens before, but all right. No wrong word, Jonas thought. Oh, sorry. What voice should I give Jonas? No wrong. Let's see. I don't know what kind of kid he is right now. All these guys are basically are supposed to be like all the same. Well, actually, sorry, I'm spoiling shit. Let me see. What can I give Jonas? He's gotta sound like a little bit more mundane. You'll find out in a sec. Let's see. No wrong word. I can give him a basic voice, like a very monotone voice. No wrong word, Jonas thought. Frightened meant that deep, sickening feeling of something terrible about to happen. Frightened was the very... Jesus Christ, holy crap. Frightened was the very way he had felt a year ago when an unidentified aircraft had overflown the community twice. Does this already happen? Hold on, why is this event happen so early? Okay, anyway. He had seen it in both times. Squinting towards the sky, he had seen the sleek jet, almost a blur at its high speed go past, and a second later heard the blast of sound. Oh my god, of sound that followed. Then one more time, a moment later, from the opposite direction, the same plane. It's like so freaking tiny. Hold on, can I zoom in? Can I zoom in just a little bit? There we go. It's a little too zoomed in, but sure, we'll work with that. Alright. Let's see. At first, he had been only fascinated. He had never seen an aircraft so close, for it was against the rules for pilots to fly over the community. Occasionally... oops, sorry. There's a period there. Occasionally...
Oh no, you're not too zoomed in.
Too zoomed in? Am I too zoomed in? No, I wasn't zoomed in enough. I'm sorry. At first, he had only been fascinated. He had never seen an aircraft so close, for it was against the rules for pilots to fly over the community. Occasionally, when supplies were delivered by cargo planes to let me restart that. Occasionally, when supplies were delivered by cargo planes to the leading field across the river, the children rode their bicycles to the riverbank and watched. I do remember this. Intrigued. Whoops, sorry. Didn't realize that was a continuation. Intrigued, the unloading, and then the takeoff directed. Okay. This is a whole sentence. Alright, let me restart. Sorry.
Is a cute skittle dog.
Hello. How you doing? Sorry, let's see. I don't know exactly who is talking right now. Hi, Master Liberty. How's work? How's errands? How's your day in general? Hope it went well for you. Occasionally, when supplies were delivered by cargo planes to the landing field across the river, congrats, you feel hydrated. The children rode their bicycles to the riverbank and watched intrigued. Y'all, please. Oh, okay, it just was catching up. Intrigued and unloading, and then the takeoff directed to the west, always away from the community. But the aircraft a year ago had been different. It was not a squat, fat-bellied cargo plane, but a needle-nosed single needle-nosed single. Let's see. But the aircraft a year ago had been different. So this is about a year ago. It was not a squat. What the fuck? It was not a squat. Fat belly. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. I'm realizing I completely forgot how this author writes. So this is I'm gonna be messing up a lot until I get used to their writing. So, all right. It was not a squat, fat-bellied cargo plane, but a needle-nosed single-pilot jet. Jonas... Damn it, I keep forgetting to pause. Jonas, looking around anxiously, had seen others, adults as well as children, stop what they were doing and wait, confused, for an explanation of the frightening event. Okay, yeah, this does throw us in the middle of something that happens later. I'm gonna move this tab that I have up. Okay. Let's see. Then, all of the citizens had been ordered to go into the nearest building and stay there. Immediately. The rasping voice... Damn it, fuck. I keep thinking I thought that was a period. Alright, immediately, the rasping voice through the speakers had said, "Leave your bicycles where they are!" Instantly, obediently, Jonas had dropped his bike on the side on its side on the path behind its family dwelling. He had run indoors and stayed there alone. His
I'm
parents
back.
were both...
Fellas, yo color. I know I'm not gay, but I think you look good, TBH. Cute sauna too.
Okay, false information, but I appreciate it. Damn it, you made me lose my spot. He had run indoors and stayed there alone. His parents were both at work, and his little sister, Lily, I completely forgot about that, was at the child care center where she spent her after-school hours. Looking through the front window, he had seen no people, none of the busy afternoon crew of street cleaners, landscape workers, and food delivery people who usually populate the community at that time of day. Now realize that this landscape that they have here, this was not as common at the time. This is supposed to be kind of more futuristic, and weirdly enough, this is kind of food delivery was not actually that super common. So we didn't have DoorDash or Uber Eats. This is a future thing. He saw only the abandoned bikes here, and they don't describe that in the book until a lot later, or until it just randomly falls on you. He saw only the abandoned bikes here, and there on their sides, an upturned wheel on one was still revolving slowly. He had been frightened.
NGL,
then.
I'm never gonna have kids nor a GF, so yeah, gotta save up the money. Okay, bye.
I mean, nobody is gonna be able to have kids or a partner at this rate. I mean, a partner you don't really need to take care of. It just that's if you fall in love, you'll probably at least fall in love at one point, or not. People don't have to fall in love. The sense of his own community, silent, waiting, had made his stomach churn. He had trembled, but it had been nothing. Within minutes, the speakers had crackled again, and the voice, reassuring now, and less urgent, had explained that a pilot in training had misread his navigational instructions and made a wrong turn. Desperately, the pilot had been trying to make his way back before his error was noticed. Okay. And then, needless to say, he will be released, the voice had said, followed by silence. There was an ironic tone to that final message, as if the speaker found it amusing, and Jonas had smiled a little, though he knew what a grim statement it had been. For a contributing citizen to be released from the community was a final decision, a terrible punishment, an overwhelming statement of failure. Let's see. Hold on, let me go get some water, and then I'll continue. Sorry, I didn't realize I ran out of water. Ugh. Sorry, my chest is fucking killing me. 1 second. grab that shit real quick. I apologize. Alright, sorry. I am back. Once again. Alright. Alright. I don't know if you're still here, Super Shafts, but I know probably both of us kind of know, like, certain things being foreshadowed right now, but no spoilers. So, Zen hasn't read this before. So, alright. Let's see, where are we at? A terrible punishment, an overwhelming statement of failure. Okay,
I'm here, but I'm stream lurking.
that's fair. Even the children were scolded if they used the term lightly at play, jeering at a teammate who missed a catch or stumbled in a race. Jonas had done it once or... Wait, what the fuck? Even the children were scolded if they used the term lightly at play. Okay, interesting. Jeering at a teammate. Jeering. Hold on. Let's see. What is jeering? What is jeering? Mocking or scoffing. Okay, so. Alright. Jeering at a teammate who missed a catch or stumbled in a race. Let's see. Use the term lightly at play. Interesting. I didn't realize that. Okay. I didn't realize that something happened, or this is, like, I didn't realize, like, how early they were, like, foreshadowing a lot of things. Alright. Jonas had done it once. Had shouted at his best friend, "That's it, Ash..." Oh, sorry, hon. Sorry. Right, he's not... I forgot. Everybody's, like, you know, mundane. "That's it, Asher. You're released." He's still a kid, though, right? So I guess I could do it. "That's it, Asher. You're released." Let's see. When Asher's clumsy error... I don't remember if this is when he's a teenager or when he's a kid. I think this is when he's a teen. Asher's clumsy error had lost a match for his team. He had been taken aside for a brief and serious talk by the coach. Oh, shoot. Okay. Damn it, dude. Fuck. He had been taken aside for a brief and serious talk by the coach, had hung his head with guilt and embarrassment, and apologized to Asher after the game. Now, hold on. Sorry. Now, thinking about the feeling of fear as he pedaled home along the river path, he remembered that moment of palpable, stomach-sinking terror when the aircraft had streaked above. Huh. It was not what he was feeling now with December approaching. He searched for the right word to describe his own feeling. Jonas was careful about language, not like his friend, Asher, who talked too fast and mixed things up, scrambling words and phrases until they were barely recognizable and often very funny. Jonas grinned, remembering the morning that Asher had dashed into the classroom, late as usual, arriving breathlessly in the middle of the chanting of the morning anthem. Sounds familiar, huh? When the class took their seats at the conclusion of the patriotic hymn. I've never seen it described like hymn. Hold on. Hum? Hold on. It's a hum. Not hymn. Hold on. Let's see. A song of praise or thanksgiving Thanksgiving to a god or deity. Okay, cool. Never seen it used in, or I guess I just didn't realize that, I mean, this is 1994, so I guess, you know, that would make sense why they would, you know, use, like, a word like that. Okay, alright. Also, what happens in the book later. Okay, I'm spoiling it. Anyway, let's see. Asher remained standing to make his public apology as was required. Okay, here we go. I think this is Asher talking. Let's see. What voice do I want to give Asher? I can't remember if Asher's a reoccurring character. I don't think he is. Let's see. Let's see. I apologize for inconveniencing my learning community. Asher ran through. Well, see, that's more. No, that's too stout. They gotta sound like basic. I apologize for inconveniencing my learning community. Asher ran through the standard. Sorry, I know that sounded like fucking JFK, but that's the best thing I could give. Or the JFK fucking impression bullshit. Asher ran through the standard apology phrase repeatedly. Still catching his breath. Sorry, I was still had the voice on.
I want to say that Asher is a recurring character, but I forget who he is.
Yeah, I don't remember if he's reoccurring or not, so... The instructor and class waited patiently for his explanation. The students had all been grinning because they had listened to Asher's explanations so many times before. I left home at the correct time, but when I was riding along near the hatchery, the crew was separating some salmon. I guess I just got distraught watching them. I apologize to my classmates. Oh, wait. Whoa, hold on. There's a quote missing. Hold on. I left home at the correct time, but I was riding along near the hatchery. Well, wow, okay. Interesting. There's a error here. Anyway. I apologize to my classmates. Asher concluded. He smothered, sorry. I apologize to my classmate. I'm just gonna make him JFK because it sounds really, I'm gonna give him a JFK impression because it's really funny. So. Let's see. Oh. There we go. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, let's see.
Are you trying to speak in a monotone, bored voice?
Yeah, I'm trying to speak in more of like a bored voice, cause remember how they all like, in the book, cause they're all like monotone, right? They all like, we'll explain it, the book will explain it later.
Did you know that there's an app that tells you when the ISS should be visible? It's really cool.
The ISS? ISS? I'm not sure what that is. I'm sorry. Oh, International Space Station. Got it. Really? That's crazy. That's cool to learn. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, no, because, like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but, like, yeah. You know, it's, like, everybody sounds, like, super monotone, and you'll realize why I'm doing that. For anyone that doesn't remember the book or hasn't read it before. And then, of course, we get the, "We accept your apology, Asher," like a group of children. The class recited the standard response in unison. Many of the students were biting their lips to keep from laughing. Oh god. "I accept your apology, Asher," the instructor said. Oh shit, this is the instructor. Sorry. "I accept your apology, Asher," the instructor said. He was smiling. No, you know what? I need to make him sound more creepy. I accept your apology, Asher. No, I need it more robotic, like more creepy. No, I guess I could give him the regular voice, but it's always like super. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. We'll stick with that for now. He was smiling, and I thank you because once again you have provided.
I actually got some video on it flying overhead. I put it on my channel. Just don't check the comments. A lot of those people are kinda dumb.
Oh god. You got those conspiracy theory, like, fucking, like, people commenting in your comments? Let's see. And I thank you once... You know what? Fuck it. I'm giving him the creepy, like, instructor vibe. Let's see. I'm giving him, like, the creepy, like, you know, like, fucking... I'm gonna steal a voice from, like, the Hunger Games. And I thank you because once again, you have provided an opportunity for a lesson in language. Distraught. Distraught is too strong an adjective.
I'm only here BC someone slightly moved something I needed for dishes and it made me procrastinate for 3 hours straight equals W equals.
Let's see.
So I get it late.
No problem.
Lols.
No problem, MK. You're still here near the beginning of the book. So far, I'm not trying to, like, without spoiling anything, so far in, we've met a character named Jonas, and and so far, all we know is
one of them thought a moth was a UFO, and another one thought it moved too fast to be caught on camera, and they said it looked like a city, which is flat out wrong.
That is fucking hilarious. Anyway, so we met so in the book right now, in The Giver, we met this character named Jonas, and Jonas is a part of this society. They haven't described the society yet, and he's involved in a how you say it? And there's, so far, all we know is a jet, like a little, you know, like a fucking, you know what a jet looks like. A jet, like, flew by the very place that they're at right now, and a character named Asher that we've been introduced is currently in trouble with the what do you call it? Is in trouble with their community, right? And currently at the moment we're also meeting the instructor, or a person that's, you know, called the instructor right now, that has been you know, that is giving, you know, making Asher how you say it, you know, make up for the, you know, problems that he caused, right? For whatever, for the jet flying over, you know, the community. I'm trying to not spoil anything. And then another crucial plot point is we've gotten to the level where how you say it, where we've also learned that, like, everybody...
I will have to go stream lurking. I have a trip at 8 a.m.
Okay. Alright, you do that, Super Shafts. Appreciate you hopping on by for a bit. And then we have,
I will see you all later.
We know so far that, that this community sings their national anthem, or sings their anthem of, the community, the city that, or the place that they're in. And everybody, and so right now we're in a, like, auditorium based thing where everybody has to, you know, be in unison together of repeating what the instructor says, you know. So Asher had to apologize, and then everybody else has to, like, give, like, the community, we, like, you know, all at once talking about...
I was about to say that I was thinking about just saying conspiracy nut jobs, but I tried to be polite in my initial message.
No, they're conspiracy nut jobs. Or what we call the chronically online. Okay. Alright, I think I've caught you up on it, so, let's see. Distraught is too strong an adjective to describe salmon viewing. Oh, right. Okay. He turned and wrote distraught on the instructional board. Beside it, he wrote distracted. Jonas, nearing his home now. Okay, so we're done with the auditorium and them having to come together in the auditorium and then leave the auditorium. The fuck? I don't want to hear like children playing. This feels a little weird. We're still kind of in this landscape. I'll probably continue changing some of the stuff, like maybe to match like the environment that we're in, so I can at least like immerse you guys in the story. Jonas, nearing his home now, smiled at the recollection, thinking, okay, now,
I'm going to be stream
now
working,
we know,
but I'll be listening.
Now we know what these what these you know, city meetings are called. They're called a recollection. All right. Thinking still as he wheeled his bike into its narrow port beside the door, he realized that frightened was wrong. Was the wrong Hold on. Thinking still as he wheeled his bike into the narrow port beside the door, he realized that frightened was the wrong word to describe his feelings. Now that December was almost here, it was too strong an adjective. So now we know that there is like, you know, like you go, if you're in a building, they put it inside the building, like not inside the building, but there's a little crack in the building, and then you just kind of insert it into you insert your bike into there. You know, no lock or anything, if you've noticed, which will become, you know, be relevant later. Let's see. I'm trying really hard not to spoil this because I've read this book before, so I'm like trying. I haven't read this for years, but a lot of it is flowing back to me. So, all right. Feeling now that December is almost here. Okay. Let me do a. Hey, we're in snow now. So let's move to snow. All right, here we go. Oops. Okay. Let's see here. He had waited a long time for this special December. Now that it was almost upon him, he was frightened, but he was eager. Oh, but he was eager. He decided he was eager for it to come. Sorry, this writer also tends to like put like extra commas and like just pause where it doesn't need to be. So the punctuation is going to be a little interesting. This was 1994, so you know, it's going to be written a little differently than how it usually is. And he was excited, certainly. All of the 11s were excited about the event that would be coming so soon. Now we've been introduced to a group named the 11s. Let's see. But there was a little shudder of nervousness when he thought about it, about what might happen. Apprehensive, Jonas decided. That's what I am. Who wants to be the first? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait. Wait, in the right place? No, I'm in the right place, okay. Wait, hold on. Where the fuck? Why did I skip so much? Hold on, Jonas was careful about the language. Whoa, hold on. I skipped a lot. Hold on. Sinking terror. Jonas was careful about language, not his friend, Asher, who walked up too fast to mix things up, scrambling words and phrases. Nope, we got that. Standard apology. Okay, never mind. No, we did. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Okay. All of the 11s were excited about the event that would be coming so soon. But there was a little shudder of nervousness when he thought about it. About what might happen. Apprehensive, Jonas decided. That's what I am. Not really a quote there either. Sorry. If it's like, if the snow is too loud, just let me know. Or if like the videos are too loud, just let me know. I'll try to like lower the volume. Who wants to be first tonight? For feelings? Jonas, oh, sorry. This is his father. Alright. We're introducing his father already. Alright. Who wants to be the first tonight? For feelings? Jonas' father asked at the conclusion of their evening meal. It was one of the ritual. God damn it. It was one of the rituals. The evening telling of feelings. Sometimes Jonas and his sister Lily argued over turns over and over who would get to go first. Their parents, of course, were part of a ritual. They too told their feelings each evening. I did not realize that they already kind of... Okay. Like I said, I'll probably be spoiling things, but it's kind of crazy that they kind of did that so early. But like all parents, all adults, they didn't fight a Weedle. What the heck? Fight and wheedle for their turn. Wheedle. Fight and wheedle. Let's see what wheedle means. Wheedle. Let's see if I'm pronouncing it right.
Wheedle.
Yes, wheedle. To obtain through the use of flattery or guile. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, cool. Let's see here. Alright, nor did Jonas tonight. His feelings were too complicated this evening. He wanted to share them, but he wasn't eager to begin the process of sifting through his own complicated emotions, even with the help that he knew his parents could give. Alright, and I'm gonna assume this is the mother? Okay. No, this is the father. You go, Lily, he said, seeing his sister. Oh, nope, this is Jonas. Alright, sorry. Alright, you go, Lily. Sorry, I'm trying to like... I forget that everybody has to sound mundane. Everybody's gonna start sounding the fucking same. But like, that's, you know, it's essential. He said, seeing his sister, who was much younger, only a 7, wiggling with impatience in her chair. Notice how they said only a 7 instead of just only 7 years old. So, keep that in mind. I felt very angry this afternoon. Oh, sorry. Oh, God. Okay. This is the child. All right. Oh, God. I don't want to do a child voice. It sounds really creepy if I do it, but I'm gonna try to make it sound not creepy. I felt very angry this afternoon, Lily announced. My childcare group was at the play area, and we had a visiting group of 7s, and they didn't obey the rules at all. One of them, a male, I don't know his name, kept going right into the front of the line for the slide, even though the rest of us were all waiting. I felt so angry at him, I made my hand into a fist like this. She held up a clenched fist, and the rest of the family smiled at her small, defiant gesture. Let's see. Alright. God, the mother. Alright. And these people have already been... Okay. Why do you think the visitors didn't obey... I'm gonna have to give these guys voices. If I make everybody, like mundane, I know that is essential for the story, but, like, there's just no fucking way. I'm not gonna be able to, like, give a distinction between all of them if I don't give them voices, at least. That is the one problem with, like, that's the one, like, the unfortunate scenario of, like, of this book is, like, the fact that you have, like, you know, like, or reading this aloud to people, you have to, like, kind of give the message across, but it's kind of hard to with something like, me reading shit like this out loud. Why do you think the visitors didn't obey the rules? The mother asked. Okay, switching back to first person. All right. Lily considered and shook her head. I don't know. They acted like animals. Oh, sorry, animals. Jonas suggested. He laughed. That's right, Lily said, laughing too. Like animals. Neither child knew what the word meant. Neither child knew what the word meant. Exactly. Oh, sorry. Blah. God. Neither child knew what the word meant exactly, but it was often used to describe someone uneducated or clumsy. Someone who didn't fit in. There we go. Let's see here. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. Well, not nitty-gritty, but we're getting into, like, you know, we're finally starting to set up some stuff. Where were the visitors from? Father asked. Lily frowned, trying to remember. Our leader told us when he made the welcome speech, but I can't remember. I guess I wasn't paying attention. It was from another community. They had to leave very early, and they had their midday meal on the bus. Mother nodded. Do you think it's possible that their rules may be different, and so they simply didn't know what your play area rules were? Lily shrugged and nodded. I suppose. Okay, so now we kind of know that, like, how you say it? Now we kind of know a lot of, like, not the rules, but we kind of know, like, the environment of, you know, of where we're at mostly, like how everything is kind of a little like how like a child kind of just like knows certain things about you know, certain things about a certain community of acting like a very everybody not being like having to act a like specific way. All right, Lily sorry. Lily shrugged and nodded. I suppose you visited. Okay, I'm gonna have to give him. I'm gonna give him a JFK voice. Fuck it. I know that Jonas is supposed to sound like everybody's supposed to sound really mundane, but I'm just gonna have to give people voices because there's just no way people can distinct all of them. You visited other communities, haven't you? I'm not gonna. No, no, it doesn't sound right. Okay. You visited other communities, haven't you? Jonas asked. My group has often. Lily nodded again. When we were 6s, we went and shared a whole school day with a group of 6s in their community. How did you feel? Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. Lily's not saying anything. I'm gonna assume this is Jonas. Because this is typically what they, you know, if it's not saying anything, then it's Jonas. All right. When we were 6s, we went and shared a whole school day with a group of 6s in their community. How did you feel when you were there? You know, because this is perfect to ask for a 7-year-old child, or give like a reference to a 7-year-old child. Anyway, Lily frowned. I felt strange because their methods were different. They were learning usages that my group hadn't learned yet, so we felt stupid. Father was listening with interest. I'm thinking, Lily, he said, about the boy who didn't obey the rules today. Do you think it's possible that he felt strange and stupid, being in a new place with rules that he didn't know about? Lily pondered that. Yes, she said finally. I feel a little sorry for him, Jonas said. Even though I don't know him, I feel sorry for anyone who is in a place where he feels strange and stupid. How do you feel now, Lily? Oh wait, sorry. How do you feel now, Lily? Father asked. Still angry? I guess not, Lily decided. I guess I feel a little sorry for him. And sorry, I made a fist. She grinned. Yeah. Little, you know, very, very, very wholesome, very nice, very much, de-escalating a situation to for a 7-year-old. Again. So, let's see. Jonas smiled back at his sister. Lily's feelings were always straightforward, fairly simple, usually easy to resolve. He guessed that his own had been too when he was a 7. Yeah, a fairly simple, straightforward 7-year-old. Yeah, because like all 7-year-olds, we know that they're totally straightforward and definitely not like super complicated normally, and totally not just a little bit like, rebellious. Not rebellious, but a little bit, how do I say this? Chaotic. Yeah, man. Low energy child. Sure. Well, like, yeah, because that's totally what 7-year-olds are supposed to be doing. Now you're kind of starting to see probably some of the underlayers of this society so far. Already with that. Let's see. He listened politely, though not very attentively, while his father took his turn. Describing a feeling of worry that he'd had that day at work. A concern about one of the new children who wasn't doing well. Jonas's father... Oh, God. Oh, no. I know exactly where this is going. Jonas's father, title, was nurturer. Okay, we're not there yet. He had other nurturers who were responsible for the physical and emotional needs of every new child during its earliest life. It was a very important job. Jonas knew, but it wasn't one that interested him much. And then, yeah. So now we know that the father has a quote unquote whatever the job nurturing is, or nurturer is. So, all right. Let's see. What gender is it? Lily asked. Male, father said. He's a sweet little male with a lovely disposition, but he isn't growing as fast as he should, and he doesn't sleep soundly. We have him in the extra care section for supplementary nurturing, but the committee's beginning to talk about releasing him. Yeah. Even now, notice how they're talking. You could probably tell that there's something a little off, right? Like, you probably have noticed that he's calling, instead of calling him a boy or a girl, or the society calling them like a what do you call it, or he's calling him like a baby, a baby. Notice how like a baby, acting like a newborn, acting like a newborn is strange to them already. So, it's a good thing to keep in mind. So, already keeping things a little bit, things are starting to feel a little creepy now, aren't they? Already. I didn't realize they did this early, but yeah, they, you notice how things are already starting to kind of feel little off, doesn't it? Let's see. Oh no, Mother murmured, sympathetically. I know how sad that must make you feel. Jonas and Lily both nodded sympathetically as well. Let's see. Release of new children was always sad because they hadn't had a chance to enjoy life within the community yet. A newborn, by the way. Let's see. And they hadn't done anything wrong. There were only 2 occasions of release, which were not punishment. Release of the elderly, which was a time of celebration for a life well and fully lived, and release of a new child, which always brought a sense of what could we have done. Oh God. God. All right. Wow. It's already forming. This was especially troubling for nurturers like Father. Like, even the way that Jonas is speaking, you probably noticed something a little strange. Who felt they had failed somehow, but it happened very rarely. Well, the father said, I'm going to keep trying. Let's see. I may ask the committee for permission to bring him here at night, if you don't mind. You know what the night crew nurturers are like. I think this little guy needs something extra. God. Oh, it's fucking bone chilling, dude. Oh man, it's real nice. Bring a baby that acts like a baby, you know, to your home. And that's considered strange it's considered strange that's acting like a newborn. Oh man. Isn't this so great, guys? Totally not reminding you of a certain other society happening, huh? Anyway, let's see. Alright. Of course, Mother said. And Jonas and Lily nodded. Yeah. Alrighty. They had heard Father complain about the night crew before. It was a lesser job, night crew nurturing, assigned to those who lack the interest or skills or insight for the more vital jobs of the daytime hours. There you go. Most of the people on the night crew had not even been given spouses, because they lacked somehow the essential capacity to connect to others, which was required for the creation of a family unit. So yeah, already feel it. So yeah, so now we know that this is a mundane society, or like not like, so now we know that pretty much everyone is pretty like, they're starting to call people family units. They're calling newborns, new child, elderly, like they randomly release, you know, and then, you know, and then anybody that doesn't connect with the community, what do you call it? Doesn't quote unquote connect with others, is being given, you know, lesser jobs, quote unquote. I wonder how familiar this sounds. Let's see. This is getting too real. This is getting too real, man. Let's see. But that's the point. That's what literature is. Maybe we could even keep him, Lily suggested sweetly, trying to look innocent. The look was fake. Jonas knew they are on. The look was
I remember
fake.
this book.
Yeah. Well, you're about to relive it because, good God, is it already too fucking real? I read this book in high school, so I'm like reliving it. I do remember like almost all of it, but some people in chat have not you know, actually read it before, so today we're actually reading The Giver. So so far, let's see. So far, we've uncovered...
I don't remember shit about it except brothers are colorblind and bro gains color sight and all the forbidden knowledge that the rest of society is...
Spoilers! Don't spoil it. Hey, no spoilers. No spoilers. Don't spoil it for the chat. Sorry. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. No spoilers. What do you call it? I'm familiar with this, but don't spoil it. Okay. So far, too bad. Bye. Well, alright. Well, see ya. Alright. Anyway. I heard released elderly, my jaw clenched. Yeah. Like the fact that, like, you know, the fact that just like a whole fucking society has like, what do you call it? Yeah. I mean, you know, like, already this society has basically, like, you know, the fact that, like, newborns can't, like, act like newborns and, like, you know, cry like crazy, because you know what newborns do. And, you know, is considered different. And even the way that Lily is talking, you're already kind of noticing that Lily is not really is kind of still talking like a 7-year-old, but there's definitely like instances there where it's like not as childlike as you notice, because you know how children are. They're a little bit well, maybe not, but you know, children are not usually.
Sounds awfully familiar. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Children are not typically like very how do you say it? They're not like usually quote unquote behave like this or mild mannered like this, and she still has her childlike curiosity, but you know, kids are a little bit more wild. I know it's kind of hard because of like, you know, brain rot and shit, but like, you know.
And the term given a spouse is just as rage inducing.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. Yeah. And you noted, yeah, I'm glad you actually caught that detail. Yeah, because they're just being pre-given spouses. So, which means they are like, yeah, so you probably can guess that, people are assigned, you know, like spouses probably so far. So it is wild, but we'll get there eventually. You'll find like it already probably giving off some creepy vibes. Keep in mind, this is all while this shit is snowing. Let's see. So I'm trying to see daytime hours, capacity, connect with others. Yeah, and they also call families family unit. They call families family units, which is also kind of wild. Yeah, so.
I'm fairly media literate, and every other line practically screams that this is a fucked situation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Already, immediately, you could probably guess that this society is very, interesting, to say the least. You know, nothing, nothing. You probably have read a lot of crazy stories, but, like, you know, so you'll probably be able to predict this one because this came out in the 90s, but I'm still going to read it because it is still a very good read. So, let's see. Maybe we could even keep him, Lily suggested sweetly, trying to look innocent. The look was fake. Jonas knew. They all knew. Lily, Mother reminded her, smiling. You know the rules. 2 children. Oh, okay, here we go. 2 children. 1 male, 1 female. Oh, sorry, wait. Hold on, let me, like, rewind that. Lily, Mother reminded her.
I mean, at least the kid values human life.
Yep. Lily, Mother reminded her, smiling. You know the rules. 2 children, 1 male, 1 female, to each family unit. It was written very clearly in the rules. Who? Yeah, so there's that. Let's see. Lily giggled. Well, she said, I thought maybe just this once. Next.
My jaw be clenching.
Yeah, and this isn't, so you probably can guess that it's also in the perspective of Jonas, and if you've noticed throughout the story, some of the language is very, strange, as you can tell. What do you call it? You could probably tell that things are a little, like the language that he's using, or the way that, like sentence structure is here, is very off-putting, probably, you know. Let's see. Next, Mother, who held a prominent position at the Department of Justice. Department of Justice. Talked about her feelings. Today, a repeat offender had been brought before her. Someone who had broken the rules before. Someone who had hoped had been adequately and fairly punished. And who had been restored to his place, to his job, to his home, his family unit. Oh, wait. Let me restart that. It wasn't a question. It was a statement. Let's see here. Today, a repeat offender had been brought before her. So yeah, her Department of Justice. Mother is now part of the Department of Justice. Okay. Talked about her feelings. Today, a repeat offender had been brought before her. Someone who had broken the rules before. Someone who she hoped had been adequately and fairly punished, and who had been restored to his place, to his job, his home, his family unit. To see him brought before her a second time caused her overwhelming feelings of frustration and anger. Yeah, probably guess the interesting type of, thing going on here now.
So a person who actually did the right thing got punished. Sounds awfully familiar again.
Yeah. I'll not say certain things because I will spoil it if I say anything. Yeah, so as you notice, something feels off about this society. You know, things don't, not too many problems, that, or not too many people really are very different here.
Oh,
Nope.
pounces on you.
Thank you for pouncing, being a part of the Cloud Empire. I'm not sure who followed, but I appreciate it. You are now forever a part of the Cloud Empire. Congratulations. You're stuck in this. Position, Captain Penis. Okay. Hold on. You actually a person, or are you a troll? Hold on.
Just know that if there's something wrong, I probably noticed it, like how they release people, and there's a lesser job class.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there is a lesser class, so it's not necessarily a lesser class, it's one that... No, you're right. Yeah, no, technically anybody that, doesn't have, family units, quote-unquote, they, are not being put in, a fair position, which you've kind of noticed, probably. Anyway. Sounds familiar, I know. Well, probably not. It's more of a different kind of world. Okay. And even guilt that she had hadn't made a difference in his life. I feel hold on. I feel frightened frightened too for him, she confessed. You know that there's no third chance. Oh God. The rules say that if there's a third transgression, he simply has been released. Transgression too. Notice the word she used there too. Very, very important. And for anyone that doesn't know what transgression means, give you a definition. A violation of law, principle, or duty. Keep this in mind. Duty. Not that kind of... whatever. The exceeding of due bounds of our limits. Yeah. Notice the wording she... notice how they're talking, too. Notice the wording they use there. Anyway. Jonas shivered. Wait, hold on. Jonas is there? I guess that makes sense, yeah. Because they did say that they would bring him back for stuff like that, huh? Just trying to make sure. Let's see. Guilt that he made me do, blah, blah, blah. Transgression. He knew it happened. There was a boy. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Jonas shivered. He knew it happened. There was even a boy in his group of 11s whose father had been released years before. No one ever mentioned it. the disgrace was unspeakable. It was hard to imagine. Yeah, so now you're kind of realizing what happens. This might be grade systems, not necessarily ages. So let's see, a 6 and a 7.
Again, my
Lily's-
jaw be clenching, especially on the released in transgression. Like fuck man. They just be killing people.
Well, they didn't say anything about killing, so. Let's see. What was I gonna say? How do I say it? Yeah, so based on, so we're going off of grades here. So I've been reading Lily like she's a child. Hold on. Wait. So Lily is not 7. She's from, so she's in the 7th grade? Okay, that makes, she's a preteen? Hold on. So she's a preteen while Jonas is a teenager that is almost a senior in high school. I think. I'm trying to think. It's like, what is the ages here? I think, yeah, so I was giving her like a really childlike, phrase, but she's more like a preteen that doesn't really understand certain rules rather than being like a, how do you say it? Rather than being like just a straight up child. Okay. No, but they were talking about slides and shit. So no, she has to be 7. There's just no way. She has to be 7 because they were talking about like slides and stuff with like a playground. So it's gotta be that Lily is like 7 or something. And like, I guess Jonas is only 11? I thought Jonas was like older than that. I thought he was like a teenager. I guess Jonas is only 11 years old. That's crazy. Okay, so an 11-year-old and a 7-year-old acting very like mundane, and anything that strays from from the different stuff is like is unusual and a disgrace in his eyes right now, which is kind of crazy to think about. That's wild.
Well, I do have the function of my brain. They release the elderly, and what that society considers criminals. With the information available, I deduced that it was killing the individual in question.
Yes. Sorry. Oof, I'm falling asleep. Sorry, my bad. Let's see. Alright. Lily stood up and went to her mother. She stroked her mother's arm. From his place at the table, father reached over and took her hand. Jonas reached for the other. One by one, they confronted her. Soon she smiled, thanked them, and murdered. Oh shit, I am falling asleep. Okay. Alright, maybe we should continue tomorrow, because I legitimately keep falling asleep in my chair. God damn it, dude. I have been up since 3 a.m., so that's probably not great. Alright, I'm going to probably pass out, and then I will see y'all tomorrow.
Rest well.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll, what do you call it? I'm gonna probably end stream, because if I don't, I'm gonna fall asleep in my chair. I literally just did just a second ago, so... Good night.